Oh, come you hear the fight to shun, or herd the sheep wi' me, man? Or were ye at the Shermuir, or did the battle see, man? I saw the battle sair and tuch, and reeking red ran many a shook. My heart for fear gae sook for sook, to hear the thuds and see the cluds o' clans for woods and tartan duds wha glummed at Kingdom's Tree, man. Hey dum header um hey dum dan, hey dum header um hey dan, hey dum header um hey dum dandy, hey dum header um hey dan. Red good lads with black cads to meet them were they slow, man. They rushed and pushed and blood out gushed, and many a buke did fall, man. The great Argyle led on his files, I want the glance for 20 miles. They had the glans like ninepin Kyle. They hacked and hashed while broadswords clashed. Through they dashed and hewed and smashed till fame and died of all, man. Hey dum header um hey dum dan, hey dum header um hey dan, hey dum header um hey dum dandy, hey dum header um hey dan. Had you seen the fella begs with Skyre and tartan trews, man, when in their teeth they'd order wigs and covenant true blues, man. Lines extended long and large, bayonet overpowered the targe. Thousands hastened to the charge, when heel and wrath they paid the sheath, drew blades of death to elude her breath. They fled like frighted does, man. Hey dum header um hey dum dan, hey dum header um hey dan, hey dum header um hey dum dandy, hey dum header um hey dan. We lost some gallant gentlemen among the Hieland clans, man. I fear my Lord Banmuir is slain or in his enemy's hands, man. Had you seen this double flight? Some died for wrong and some for right. Many bade the world good night, say pell Simel with muskets snell. Tories fell and Whigs to hell flew up in frighted bands, man. Hey dum header um hey dum dan, hey dum header um hey dan, hey dum header um hey dum dandy, hey dum header um hey dan, hey dum header um hey dum dan, hey dum header um hey dan, hey dum header um hey dum dandy, hey dum header um hey dan.
Well, thanks very much. Good evening and welcome to another series of Corries and Other Folk. I won't waste time naming names, but since we saw you last, we've been very busy gathering together some guests who I think you're going to find very entertaining. So stay with us during the next few weeks.
Yeah, and some guests are really outstanding, and what could be more outstanding in the first show of any series than a living legend? They've been friends of ours for many years and favour us with their friendship, and they favour us yet again tonight because by giving us this, what is for them a very rare appearance on British television, the Clancy brothers and Tommy Makem.
Look at the coffin with golden handles. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody well dead? Let's not have a sniffle, let's have a bloody good cry, and always remember the longer you live, the sooner you bloody well die.
Look at the mourners, bloody great hypocrites. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody well dead?
Let's not have a sniffle, let's have a bloody good cry, and always remember the longer you live, the sooner you bloody well die. Look at the flowers, all bloody withered. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody well dead? Let's not have a sniffle, let's have a bloody good cry, and always remember the longer you live, the sooner you bloody well die.
look at the preacher, bloody sanctimonious. Isn't it glorious to be bloody well dead? Let's not have a sniffle, let's have a bloody good cry, and always remember the longer you live, the sooner you bloody well die.
Look at the widow, bloody great female. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody well dead?
Let's not have a sniffle, let's have a bloody good cry, and always remember the longer you live, the sooner you bloody well die.
Musical. You were already a legend. The Clancy brothers and Tommy Makem.
Boy George. I mean, he's from Tipperary, but these other people. Well, I have nothing to do with it.
But,
You may have influenced him wearing the kilts and things, but
New songs being written in the
That's right.
folk idiom,
Yeah.
and some great ones are being written.
That's right.
Somebody said, we're talking about history as or folk music as history. They said that written history was never anything more than the propaganda of the victor.
That's true.
boy, there was not a lot of propaganda where our stuff was concerned.
Whereas folk songs were the true history of the people who were living through it.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, true.
You must have found over the years, I mean, your own presentation of it gets over to people who wouldn't normally listen to folk music.
That's true, yeah.
You know, on stage, I mean, your concert audiences, as I suppose, like ours, you maybe bring people in because of a very popular kind of presentation, which I don't think is invalid at all. I mean, a lot of people will criticise you and us, I suppose, for that presentation.
Well, of course, all music is like language. It's a changing, living thing, and it keeps sort of evolving and changing and adapting to its new environment.
Well,
and we did that with folk music. And one of the factors involved was the fact that we started in America. And when we got up to sing some of our Irish songs, we realized that Americans wouldn't understand half what we were saying. The same as some of the Scots songs.
That's
I mean,
right.
they're not immediately understandable to people outside Scotland. So we just changed them to make them understood by our audience. And I think the fact that we had been in theater taught us the lesson that if your audience do not understand you, you're a dead duck no matter what you're doing.
Exactly, that's true. That's true.
And so we did change them, and we make no apologies to anybody. I mean,
Great.
we changed them too.
One of the kind of sad things to see in the trends of music today is that, well, we had a fellow who used to produce and distribute our records in America, worked with CBS. And I met him years later, and he said, the business has changed so much. He said, when we were recording with Columbia Records, they tried to record music for all the variety, the multitudes of tastes, classical, folk, rock and roll, country and western, hillbilly, and all the different musical types. He said then they realized that they owned the radio station, they owned the television network, they owned the means of communication, so they began to manufacture the taste for the audience.
Yeah. Well, I think the same
And they
thing's
began to
happening.
manipulate.
Yeah, I think the same thing's
So that modern music, to a great extent, is not a spontaneous outpouring of music, as has been from time immemorial, but rather a manufactured industry.
One of the big differences between Tin Pan Alley, as they used to call it, or the sort of commercial folk music, or commercial popular music, and folk music, there's a very big difference. And that is that most folk music was written by people who felt very strongly about something and wanted to express it. And that's the only motive for their writing a song. Whereas in the commercial side, a man wrote a song to make money,
Yeah.
which is also valid, but somehow that there is a difference.
That's why folk musicians don't make any money, and the people who write commercially make lots of money.
That's why we're all sitting here talking about it.
That's
I'm doing
right.
it, isn't it? Yeah. Well, listen, all of these folks here have been listening very intently, and I'm sure that they're very interested in what we're talking about, but I'm sure they'd rather hear you sing as well. So would you like to take up your positions over there, chaps?
Right.
And while you're doing that, I'll just introduce what you know. The boys... The boys are going to take up their positions, and they are going to give us a song now. It's called Red-Haired Mary.
While going to the fair of Dingle, one fine morning last July, when going down the road before me, a red-haired girl I chanced to spy. I went up to her, said I, young lady, my donkey he will carry too. Well, seeing as how you have a donkey, to the Dingle Fair I'll ride with you. Now when we reached the town of Dingle, I took her hand to say goodbye, when a tinker man stepped up beside me, and he belted me in my left eye.
Keep your hands up, red-haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll see the priest this very morning. Tonight we'll lie in a married bed.
Now I was feeling kind of peevish, and me poor old eye was sad and sore, when I gently tapped him with me hobnails, and he flew back through Murphy's door.
Keep your hands up, red-haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll see the priest this very morning. Tonight we'll lie in a married bed.
A policeman came around the corner, and he told me I had broke the law, when the donkey kicked him in the kneecap, and he fell down and broke his jaw.
Keep your hands up, red-haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll see the priest this very morning. Tonight we'll lie in a married bed.
Then he went off to find his brother, the biggest man you ever did meet, and he tapped me gently with his knuckles, and I was minus 2 front teeth.
Keep your hands up, red-haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll see the priest this very morning. Tonight we'll lie in a married bed.
Now the red-haired girl, she kept on smiling. I'll go with you, young man, she said. We'll forget the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie in Murphy's shed.
Keep your hands up, red-haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll forget the priest this very morning. Tonight we'll lie in Murphy's shed.
Now through the fair we rode together, my black eye and her red hair, smiling gaily at the tinkers, and begod we were a handsome pair.
Keep your hands up, red-haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll forget the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie in Murphy's shed. It's our brave young highwayman, the story we will tell. His name was Willie Brennan, and in Ireland he did dwell. 'Twas on the Kilworth mountains, in the midst his wild career, and many a wealthy nobleman before him shook with fear. And it's Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, bold, brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. One day upon the highway, as Willie he went down, he met the mayor of Cashel, a mile outside the town. The mayor he knew his features, and he said, "Young man," said he, "your name is Willie Brennan, you must come along with me." And it's Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, all brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. Now Brennan's wife had gone to town, provisions for to buy, and when she saw her Willie, she commenced to weep and cry. Said, "Hand to me that tenpenny," and as soon as Willie spoke, she handed him a blunderbuss from underneath her cloak. For young Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, all brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. Now with this loaded blunderbuss, the truth I will unfold. He made the mayor to tremble, and he robbed him of his gold. £100 was offered for his apprehension there, so he with horse and saddle to the mountains did repair. Did young Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, all brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. Now Brennan being an outlaw up on the mountains high, with cavalry and infantry to take him they did try. He laughed at them with scorn until at last was said, by a false-hearted woman he was cruelly betrayed. Was young Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, all brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. Hey!
Well, wild times in Ireland with Brennan on the moor. You know, in Scotland, about the same period in history, arranged marriages were very much in vogue. And here's a wee song about a girl of 21 who's being forced to marry a boy who's only 16.
The trees are ivy, and the leaves they are green. 'Tis many lang years since I been, and it's I'm on Lima Lane on the cold winter's night. For my bonny laddie's lang a-growing. O Father, dearest Father, ye hae done me muckle wrong, for you have wed me to a lad that's ower young. For he is but 16, and I am 21, and my bonny laddie's lang a-growing. O doctor, dear doctor, I hae done ye nae wrong, for I have wed you to a noble laird's son. One day he'll be the laird, and you will wait on him, and all the time your laddie will be growing. funniest o' them all was my laddie, but he's all lang a growing. When he was but 16, he was a married man. When he was 17, she had gotten him a son. And when he was 18, his grave grew green. And cruel death put an end to his growing.
Now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I swear I will play the wild rover no more.
And it's no day never, no day never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more.
Well, I think you can tell that we're going to go on here for a little while yet. So thanks for joining us, and until we see you again, take care and good night. There.
I went into an alehouse where I used to frequent, and I told the landlady me money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I can get any day.
And there's no day never, no day never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more.
You mean it?
And there's no day never, no day never, no more will I play.
was faith was owed by the man they sold for gold, by the man they'll never hold. To win our liberty, call the thieves, oh let us tell, call the spears, oh Annandale, call the brave, oh Yarrow, to win our liberty. By the arm that bends the bow, by the arm that lies below, by the arm that lays them low, to win our liberty. Call upon a brave west, call the raven his nest, all the clans that dance the best, to win our liberty. By the field that once was green, by the shield and silver sheen, by the sword in battle keen, to win our liberty. Bless the man whose faith we hold, bless the man in chains they sold, bless the man in cloth of gold, all on our liberty. Bless the man whose faith we hold, bless the man in chains they sold, bless the man in cloth of gold, all on our liberty. Bless the man in cloth of gold, all on our liberty. Thanks very much. Good evening to you at home and welcome. You know, some years ago, a young lassie from Canada came across and guested on one of our shows at the Edinburgh Festival. And I can tell you she brought a rare, nice breath of fresh air to our fair capital city. Since then, her name has become literally a household word in many lands. Singing the Morning Dew, Bonnie Dobson. From the streets of London, but definitely a citizen of the world, Ralph McTell.
Oh, Mr. Connaughton, my memory is long, and though the years have flown, and though the years have gone, was your wife's name Marjorie or Mary? Were you from Cork or Tipperary? Oh, Mr. Connaughton, when we lived underneath, oh, you said it was a lucky man had a gap between his teeth. And for a while I had a gap too, but it closed when my big teeth came through. Oh, Mr. Connaughton, you seem to laugh such a lot, and that would make us smile too as often as not. Did you have a friend who was a soldier? Well, I might join the army when I'm older. Well, I know you paid a $5 for some old motorbike, and they said it wouldn't run, but I thought that it might. I was nearly asleep when it spluttered into life, and I clenched my fists and smiled a secret smile of delight. Oh, was your first name Kevin or Mike? And I remember when you built us a soapbox cart with the wheels off a pram and a plank out in the yard. and you give us a bit of string, but we steered it with our feet. No, boy, it was the best one on the street. And you said, Jesus, that's the best one on the street. And I remember when your little girl was born and you brought her downstairs to show us all, and we were allowed to kiss her. And I wish she was my sister. But Mr. Connaughton, you moved away with your wife and your baby, but we stayed till finally we got rehoused too. And I never will forget you. For Mr. Connaughton, my memory's long, and though the years have flown and though the years have gone, was your wife's name Marjorie or Mary? And were you from Cork or Tipperary?
Farewell to pleasant Dilston Hall, my father's ancient seat. A stranger now must call thee his, which makes my heart to greet. Farewell each friendly, well-known face my heart has held say dear. My tenants now must leave their lands or hold their lives in fear. And when the head that wears the crown shall be laid low like mine, some honest hearts may then lament for Radcliffe's fallen line. The warning bell now bids me cease, my troubles nearly o'er. Yon sun that rises from the sea will rise on me no more. And fare thee weel, George Collingwood, since fate has set us down. If thou and I have lost our lives, our king has lost his crown. Farewell, farewell, my lady dear, ill, ill thou counselled me. I never more will see the babe, glad smiles upon thy lea.
Thank you. That was the lads with a song called Derwent Water. And this is one of my own songs. It's called From Clare to Here. And I wrote this while thinking back to a time when I was working on building sites around London. And I met some chaps from that part of the world, Clare to Here.
There's four who share this room, and we work hard for the crack. And sleeping late on Sundays, well, I never get to Mass. And it's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, and it gets further day by day. Oh, it's a long, long way from Clare to here. When Friday comes around, well, Terry's only into fighting. Me ma would like a letter home, but I'm too tired for writing. And it's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way. It gets further day by day. Oh, it's a long, long way from Clare to here. So the only time that I feel alright is when I'm into drinking. It sort of eases the pain of it and levels out my thinking. And it's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way. It gets further day by day. Oh, it's a long, long way from Clare to here. And I sometimes hear a fiddle play, or maybe it's a notion. I dream I see white horses dance upon that other ocean. And it's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way. It gets further day by day. Oh, it's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here.
Okay, well, Thanks a lot. We'll meet up with you again soon, I hope. And our thanks also to Bonnie Dobson. Next week, our guests will be Christy Moore and a fantastic flamenco guitarist from Spain, Paco de Lucia.
I look forward to that. But in the meantime, we're going to leave you tonight here in Scotland with The Roses of Prince Charlie.
Come now, gather now, here where the flowers grow. White is the blossom as the snow on the bend. Hear now freedom's call, we'll make a solemn vow. Now by the roses, oh Prince Charlie.
Fight again at Bannockburn, your battle axe to wield. Fight with your grandsires on Flodden's bloody field. Fight at Culloden, the bonny prince to shield. Fight by the roses, oh Prince Charlie. Come now, gather now, here where the flowers grow. White is the blossom as the snow on the bend. Hear now freedom's call, we'll make a solemn vow. Now by the roses, oh Prince Charlie. Spirits o' the banished in far and distant lands, carved out the new world with sweat, blood and hand. Return now in glory and on the silver sand. Fight by the roses, old Prince Charlie. Come now, gather now, here where the flowers grow. White is the blossom as the snow on the bend. Hear now freedom's call, we'll make a solemn vow. Now by the roses, old Prince Charlie. Tack your strength in the green fields at Blanket Beat and Co. Ships may the Clyde have a nation in their hold. The water of life, some men need to make them bold. Black gold and fishes may the seaman. Come now, gather now, here where the flowers grow. White is the blossom as the snow on a bend. Hear now freedom's call, we'll make a solemn vow. Now by the roses, old Prince Charlie. Farewell, ye dungeons dark and strong, the wretch's destiny. Macpherson's time will no be lang on yonder gallows tree. It was by a woman's treacherous hand that I was condemned to die. She stood upon a windy ledge and a blanket through our knee. Say wantonly, say wantonly, and said wantonly, he played a tune and he danced a ring. Oh, what is death but parting breath? On many's the bloody plain. I've done his face, and in this place I scorn him yet again. Say wantonly, say wantonly, and so wantonly gaily. He played a tune and he danced a ring along the gallows tree. So take off these bands here on my hands, gauging me my soul. For there's no man in all Scotland but I'll brave him at a war. Say wantonly, and say wantonly. He played a tune and he danced a ring along the gallows tree. So farewell night, thou parting light, sky. We coward shame, disdain his name, the wretch what doth not die. So wantonly, and so wantonly gave he played a tune and he danced a room along the gallows tree. Say wantonly, and so wantonly gave he played a tune and he danced a room along the gallows tree. Well, good evening and welcome to another show. That was a wee song called Macpherson's Rant, a cheery wee song about a hanging.
We've got a couple of really tremendous guests for you tonight who I know you're going to enjoy. A little later on, you're going to meet one of the finest flamenco guitarists in the world. But before that, from Ireland, one of the finest singers from Ireland, who's going to sing a little song called John O'Dreams. And he's going to tell us a bit about it and sing it for us. Would you welcome, please, Christy Moore?
Yes. Thank you very much. Some of you may recognize the melody of this song, John O'Dreams. It's written by Tchaikovsky, and the words are written by a friend of mine called Bill Caddick. When midnight comes and people homeward thread, seek now your blanket and your feather bed. Home comes the rover, his journey's over. Yield up the nighttime to old John with the rings. Yield up the nighttime to old John with the rings. Both man and master in the night are one. All things are equal when the day is done. The prince and the plowman, the slave and the free man, all find their comfort in old John at the rings. All find their comfort in old John at the rings. When sleep it comes, the dreams come running clear. The hawks of morning cannot reach you here. Sleep is a river, flow on forever. And for your boatman, choose old John. And for your boatman, choose old John at the rings.
A lovely song, John O'Dreams from Christy Moore. And if you think that you detected a bit of classical in there, of course you were quite correct, because the song is based on a theme of Tchaikovsky's. And of course, I'm sure that great man would have thoroughly approved.
Sure he would. What can I say about an ex-guest? I personally have been a fan of his for years. And so, in fact, have the folk in my little village of Forres have been fans. Well, they can't help being fans because I play his records out the window loudly all day long. But not only, of course, does he have fans in Forres, but he's got fans all over the world. Possibly the greatest flamenco guitarist to come out of Spain. Would you welcome, please, Paco de Lucia.
if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while in the warm summer sun. I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the great fallen in 1916. Well, I hope you died quick and I hope you died clean. Or young Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did you leave a young wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart is your memory enshrined. Though I know that you died back in 1916, in that faithful heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, enclosed in forever behind a glass pane? And an old photograph, torn and tattered and stained and faded to yellow in a brown leather frame. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? The sun shines bright on the green fields of France. The warm summer breeze makes the red poppies dance. The trenches are scattered long under the plough. No gas, no barbed wire, there's no gunfire and now. But here in this graveyard is still no man's land. The countless white crosses are mute where they stand. To man's blind indifference to his fellow man, and a whole generation that were butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? I can't help but wonder, young Willie McBride, do those who lie here really know why they died? Did they believe when they answered the call? Did they really believe that this war would end wars? The sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the shame, the killing and the dying were all done in vain. For young Willie McBride, it all happened again and again and again and again and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did they beat the drum slowly? play the fife loadie? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the fall?